What do you say?
Welcome to Big Winter. I'm on the phone call, everybody.
Did you just say welcome to the video? Yes. Robbie!
No.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I know it was Christmas earlier on in the week. By the time that you're watching this, it hasn't been Christmas yet because it's 3 sleeps to go currently. I know everyone's Christmas might be slightly different and it might have been really weird, but if you're watching this video, we've gotten through it. I know it's not the Christmas that everyone would have hoped or would have wanted, but we got to do it in order to get back to normal as quick as possible and try and save lives, I guess. It's a sad time, and I hope people were able to reach out to friends and family if they couldn't be there in person, at least be there virtually. But to try and get festive ahead of the little Christmas that we're gonna have with just us, we're gonna make some Christmas cookies, and we're gonna get ready and get all festive and get wrapping lots of things for a certain little man. But we've been lucky enough to be able to continue training in Tier 4 as elite sports people, so a massive thank you to everyone at the London Aquatic Centre for keeping that open and letting us train. Anyway, yeah, here's what I've been doing at training so far this week. Percy Pig stuff in the background, look very festive. So, for those of you that have been... Yes, Robbie? So I was going to tell people about... Who did you speak to yesterday on the phone? Yeah. Who did you speak to?
Santa.
Yes, Robbie spoke to Santa.
And on the laptop I saw him.
On the laptop you saw him, that's right. What did you tell him?
Silly, not on the phone.
Not on the phone.
Silly Papa.
Silly Papa. What did you speak to Santa about?
Animals.
Oh, you spoke to him about animals. What animals did you speak to him about?
About cheetah.
What about?
The cheetah one got the food on him.
The cheetah that got the food on him?
Yeah.
Robbie spoke to Santa yesterday and he had a lot of fun. And here's just a little snippet.
Shall I tell you a secret, Robbie, that you don't know?
Listen carefully.
You ready? Come a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. There you go. Well, your Papa and Daddy, when they were little boys, I used to visit them so you can bring them toys. And can I tell you something? Both of them used to have very untidy bedrooms.
Oh, yes. You have much tidier bedroom, don't you, Robbie?
See you on Christmas.
Give me a high five.
High five. Perfect.
Yay.
And then after the call before bed, Robbie decided that he wanted to start vlogging.
What's that vlogging?
Yes, you did. Didn't you? What do you say?
Welcome to Big Winter. I'm on the phone call, everybody.
Did you just say welcome to the video? Yes. Robbie.
No, I'm on a phone call.
You're on a phone call?
Welcome to the perfect time of the year.
Very good. If you've been following us for a while, there is a tradition in our household to make Christmas cookies. And we've been, Robbie's been helping choosing which things that we're going to be using. And we're going to be rolling it out. And Robbie, are you going to do the first shape?
Rub it around in there. Tap, tap, tap. And now put it on. Ready? Now, where are you going to put it? Right there?
Oh.
Tap, tap, tap.
Nearly chopped Santa's hand off.
Okay, now do we take it off? Let's see how it goes.
Yay!
See, it looks funny, but that's
It's
what.
very flaccid.
That was always my mom's job, was to then straighten them out, which she did very well, except with me.
I literally have got, oh my god, you can tell I've been eating the frosting. We are frosting the cookies. I've got it all over my tooth and I don't really want to speak now. But here we go so far. Some of the creations. We had a bit of a mishap with the terrible British food colouring situation. So we've got limited colours this year. But Robbie's having a good old go with a green snowman. Are these the ones that you made, Robbie? With lots of sprinkles on? With green and pink and chocolate sprinkles. And now you've got a very green snowman. Lovely. It's like spreading your jam on your toast, isn't it, Robbie? Wow, that's a lot of green sprinkles. Do you think that's enough? Oh, look at that yellow car carrying a Christmas tree.
Yeah, well.
Well, after all that excitement, I know at this point we haven't got up to Christmas yet, but I thought I'd finish this week's diary here and then do next week will be Christmas, just because, you know, festive period, get this video done ahead of time. So now it's time for the question and answers. Okay, so first question is, if you feel like a dive is going wrong in mid-air, is there anything you can do to save it, or are you a passenger to gravity at this point? That is a good question. Now, it really does depend on how good your spatial awareness is. I can sometimes find my way out of dives, but sometimes I can't, so it really does depend on what goes wrong and at what point and how badly, if that makes sense. So it really does depend is the general answer to that, but most people can figure their way out to try and not hurt themselves as badly, but most of the time it does end up in some kind of smack. Nice little vid, you've got a lovely little helper there, and he also cleans, perfect. Glad to see your dives on their ways. How's Tier 4 going to impact your training now? Luckily, the London Aquatic Centre is staying open for us to be able to train like you've seen in the rest of this video, so it hasn't really impacted my training too much. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in terms of travelling in the new year because, you know, London and the UK are being kind of banned from going everywhere at the moment, so we'll see how that goes, but at the moment I'm able to carry on training. Okay, so next one is any tips on motivation during lockdown? I had a good motivation in the first lockdown, but I just can't manage to do another one. I'm training as a dancer, so it's just frustrating to be at home. Now, I get it, and motivation is really tough to do if you don't have that routine every day. So for me, the big thing for motivation is routine. Trying to set a regular bedtime and wake up time so that you know where you're gonna be, what you're gonna be doing, and try and give yourself like a little few tasks to do. Nothing like crazy, and don't set your goals like, you know, to be super productive, because you might wake up and not feel like it, but if you can try and stick to a routine, that can really help you feel a little bit more motivated. Well, it does help me anyway. The last one, and the top comment was, one thing about Lance that you say annoy you, but actually you love it. I mean, whenever I try and film with him, he is annoying because he just takes so long and he talks so much, and I get that that's what kind of happens in a YouTube video, but there's like a talking a lot and then talking too much, and I feel like he kind of takes it over the limit a little bit. But you know, I kind of love it because he is a little bit of a nutter, and you know, at the end of the day, that's what my husband is a nutter, and but I love him for it, so it's all good. Robbie's singing Jingle Bells upstairs. Don't know if you can hear it at that point, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I hope you've all had an amazing Christmas, even though it wasn't quite what we expected, and I will see you next week. Will we be in 2021 by the next week? Yes, we will. The next video will be in 2021, but it will be my Christmas festivity. So I will see you then, and have a good New Year. Bye. Stay safe.